the crystal blue we glide, chasing dreams where the oceans collide. Boards like arrows, hearts on fire. Ride the mystic wave, let it take you higher. Glen Polly care calls, the world's our empire. Salt in our veins, the surf's our choir. From Bally's roar to Cali's tide, we carve the planet, the seas our guide. Legends born where the waters conspire. Swells rising, whispers in the spray. The world turns, but we ride today. Ride the mystic wave, let it take you higher. Glen Polly care calls, the world's our empire. Salt in our veins, the surf's our choir. Barrels twist, horizons bend. The sea's a stage with no end. Every crest, the tale we
Hey bro, can I grab your bush?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Right on. Thanks bro. Hey bro, can I grab your bush too?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush. Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold bush, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive bush gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your bush, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Bush. Grab your bush today.
If you think girls and women's equality matter, stand up. If girls and women's sports matter, and you want your daughters to have the same opportunity you had, stand up. If you know that it isn't fair or safe to allow males to compete in girls' sports, because it's, well, obvious, stand up. Don't be cowed by people who call you a bigot. You're not a bigot. Don't let men tell us how to be good girls. Don't let others tell you you just need to be quiet. Sit down. Be nice. It's not nice to further a lie. It's not mean to believe in women's equality. We deserve our own sports, privacy, fairness, safety. We deserve a chance to compete and win. So don't be nice. Don't be careful. Be honest. Be brave. Fight for women. We've come too far to give up now. And if you agree with that, stand up and stand with us.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. President Trump says talks to end the Iran war have shown great progress, but Sagar Meghani reports he's also threatening to obliterate vital infrastructure in Iran unless an agreement is reached soon.
If there's no deal shortly, the president says the U.S. will target Iran's energy resources and potentially plants that supply drinking water.
Their best move is to make a deal.
Spokeswoman Caroline Levitt. Its foreign ministry spokesman says Iran has received a 15-point U.S. proposal for stopping the war, but says it's full of excessive, unrealistic, and irrational demands. He denies any direct talks with the U.S., while President Trump tells the New York Post his envoys are negotiating with Iran's parliament speaker. Sagar Meghani, Washington.
And Iran's parliament speaker is now denying any talks in a social media post. Israel's parliament has passed a law sanctioning the death penalty for Palestinians convicted of murdering Israelis. It's a measure pushed hard by Israel's far right. It's been harshly condemned by Israeli and Palestinian rights groups who say it is racist, draconian, and unlikely to deter Palestinian attacks. It is expected to face legal challenges in Israel's Supreme Court. The TSA says most of its officers today received most of their back pay for working during the shutdown. Johnny Jones is with the TSA union.
Things are getting back to normal. They're not fully back, but some of the lines are gone in Houston, but some of the airports, it's going to take some time.
On Wall Street, stocks mostly fell again as oil prices keep climbing. The S&P fell 0.4%, the Nasdaq 0.7%, but the Dow saw a small gain, up 49 points, a little more than 0.1%. AAA puts the average on a gallon of gasoline nationwide at $3.99, about $1 more than a month ago. This is AP News. Yesterday was Palm Sunday, and Donna Warder reports Pope Leo delivered a message about war.
Pope Leo says he's praying especially for Christians in the Middle East who are suffering the consequences of the Iran war, which he calls an atrocious conflict. During his Palm Sunday Mass, the Pope rejected claims that God justifies war. This is our God, Jesus, King of Peace, a God who rejects war, whom no one can use to justify war. He does not listen to the prayers of those who wage war. Leaders on all sides of the Iran war have used religion to justify their actions. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has cast the war as a Christian nation trying to vanquish its foes with military might. I'm Donna Warder.
More news and the latest developments at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
Waves crash hard, the shore don't break. Roots go deep, no storm can take. This land of ours where hearts ignite. Serpent stands holding tight. Tinian whispers, winds that heal. Roar rises, forged in steel. Island strong.
Good morning, Marianas. Hey, it's M44 here on Tuesday. That's right. It's so much better than a Monday. It is Taco Tuesday. It is early. I know we're not even at 8 o'clock, but you're already thinking about 8. Let's talk about what we're going to eat. You want to get down to Godfather's this morning. Maybe not this morning, because they're not even there this morning. But you want to get there tonight for Taco Tuesday. One of the great little things, the little fun little treasures that we got out here in the CNMI is that we can always count on Taco Tuesday at Godfather's. Next Taco Tuesday, I can have a beer with it. I'm looking forward to that for sure because Lent will be over and Jesus will be here again. Hooray. Thank you for letting me have that beer. You got to hold strong during Lent. I don't know what you gave up, but I know I heard some really interesting things about what you gave up. And let me know what you guys gave up for Lent. And I heard somebody who gave up giving up going to church during Lent. So they actually went to church every day during Lent. I love this one. I got that from a friend of a friend. I love that story. That is so great. I know people who gave up chips. People gave up some ice cream. People gave up snacks. I just gave up drinking. And it's been quite the adventure. Pants fit a little bit better. I didn't think I drank that much, but maybe I drank enough to where I went down a little pant size. But it's not too bad. It's doing pretty good. Speaking of doing pretty good, look at the weather behind me. I mean, up at the mountain, everything looks gray and overcast, living in a cloud and drizzly. But behind us, things look pretty good, even though the roads are still wet out there. So you want to be careful while you're zipping around Saipan today. Currently, it is 78 degrees up at the Saipan International Airport with humidity at 97%. Looking at scattered showers throughout today, partly sunny skies, high near 88, and the east-northeast winds at about 13 to 16 miles per hour, but it's gusty out there. You felt it driving to work today, 21 miles per hour, 30% chance of rain. We already hit that, so maybe we're going to get some more. Tonight, we're looking at more of the same, except none of that sun. No surprise there. Tomorrow, though, things looking up. Thursday, things looking up too. We're looking at mostly sunny days. So we're just a day away. Sing it, Orphan Annie. Let us hear it. But it looks like it's going to be pretty great. Well, speaking of pretty great, it should be pretty great there on the roads these days because school is out because it's spring break. You got to love it, especially if you're a student or a teacher. You finally get to kick back and relax and just enjoy what most people never get. This super awesome, amazing extended weekend of awesomeness, which is your spring break. All right, well, speaking of spring break and no school, let's take a look at the roads and see what things are looking like out there in the mean streets of Saipan today. Things looking pretty good just about all over the place. Even one of the busiest places in Saipan at this time of day is looking pretty good. Out in front of Joe 10 Dan Dan, everyone's over there. They're like, "Ooh, can I meet Josh Wise over there? PHI?" You might. Today could be your lucky day. But still, that's not enough to get a traffic jam. So things are still looking okay over there. Let's zip down there at the intersection that matters, at the place where connections matter. IT&E, things looking pretty good over there as well. The old AK is looking mighty fine, even though the building is a shell of its former self. Everything going down south, even considering the typical congestion at the post office intersection, is looking pretty good. Over there in Chalampiao, it looks pretty good. Let's get up there. Even Guangdong Hardware is looking nice. And let's get over there, that intersection over there by Shell Dandan. Tadza problema. Same with San Vicente. There is nothing going on the back roads. Oh, look at that. There's a lot of people actually trying to get down to Cagman, making their way around Cross Island Road. Issa Drive, the drive that's about to get renamed, it looks like. Everything looking pretty cool over there by Enos Kitchen. My gosh. Why is there not a traffic jam at Enos Kitchen? Because they don't serve breakfast yet. One day they will, and it's going to be awesome. All right, speaking of AK, things are looking pretty good over there in Puerto Rico. If you're making your way north and you're trying to get up there over by Annex, you're going to deal with a little bit of traffic when you get to that light by MH2. But it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. I'm starting to get those fumes again. I'll have to open this window up. My gosh, I'm not kidding. All right, let's talk about that intersection by the tennis courts / pickleball courts. They're looking okay, not too bad, but when you get over to the intersection by JG Sablon Water, that is going to be a little bit hectic for you. It is going to slow you down. And it's going to slow you down again when you're trying to head up north by the museum. My gosh, I got to take a pause. Hold on. I got to open up this door. I thought I could make it, but I can't. It's awful. Woo. My gosh. I feel like I'm working in a paint factory. Oh my gosh, I've had worse. I got a funny story for what just happened now too. This is live. This is what happens when you're live, baby. All right. Anyway, let's take a look over there by the museum. You got plenty of traffic as you're trying to make your way up into Garapan from the rest of the world in Saipan. But it's not too bad, but it is backed up all the way past Brabu and the PMC. That's going to be an issue. So just expect a slow go making your way north on Middle Road through there. Everything else looks pretty good as you make your way all the way back down to IT&E. And that is your first look at traffic in Saipan and your first whiff of fumes brought to you by the folks at Boyson. Boyson bringing you the smelliest paint and varnish in the world. All right, well, I'll tell you what doesn't stink. The way you're going to look behind the wheel of your brand new vehicle from AK. That's right. They got all kinds of down payment assistance coming for you. $2,500 could get you behind the wheel of your new 4Runner so you can look all cool like Tobot Castro. That's right. The Tint Man and Dan, he drives a 4Runner, but do you think you could be as cool as him? Well, go check out the folks at AK and see about that today. 234-5911 is what the number is to get you behind your wheel of your cool new car. I'm telling you guys, oh my God, it is unrelenting, these fumes. I had the door open, I had the fan on high, blowing it all out. I'm like, maybe it's not gonna be too bad. I'm gonna open the door. No, it's brutal, folks. It's brutal in here. So when you're choosing what paint you're gonna use and what kind of stain you're gonna use for your wood, don't choose Boyson. Choose something else. Like, I'm telling you, this stuff, it's brutal. I don't know how many days it'll be here. Maybe it's got like a bonus effect. Like if we had bugs in here, it would kill them too. I don't know. But there's got to be a silver lining to that awful, awful smell. It's not that bad when you first walk in, but it's got an accumulative effect. It's like having your first drink. It's not too bad. But when you follow it up with the second one and the third one and all that, that's where you have that. Saipan Daddy says, those giant windows are useless, aren't they? Well, they can't open. I can tell you that. They don't breathe. But we do have the door open. I might have to just turn that fan on, too, to help blow all that stuff out. We bought that fan yesterday just to help us deal with it. And I love the fresh air. I've got zero complaints about fresh air, but there's nothing fresh in here. Caleb says, I can almost smell it through your voice. Man, come on down and try it for yourself. If you guys have a solution for this, let me know. I really, aside from letting it just air out, like these things, oh gosh. I literally, just from this morning, just from closing the door at the start of the show, I am lightheaded right now. Yes, I'm not kidding. It is brutal in here. Well, Brad, that just shows you didn't do hang out with us in the 80s, man. I know it's true. I did it. But I'll try to muscle through. It's not like this is a hard job, I guess, right? All I have to do is be able to talk. But I have to breathe. That's a tough one. Being able to breathe makes it a little bit more of a challenge. Oh, my gosh. And maybe patient. Yeah, it says Brad is slowly succumbing to the fumes. He'll be tripping by the end of the episode. No doubt about it. I'm not kidding. I could tell you, when I got up to go and open that door for the fumes, I took out the headphones and just put them on the desk. I didn't put them on the desk. One went on the desk. The other one went in my coffee. I know. I had to blow it out. If you go back and rewind the show, when you hear that part of the traffic report, you're going to hear this. Yeah, that was me blowing out this one right here. It says, yeah, I'm telling you, it is tough. It's something to laugh about. I'll take it. I'll take something to laugh about with everything that's going on in the world these days. We can use a good laugh, and if I'm the butt of that joke, I will take it. Not too bad. By the way, speaking of jokes that I'm the butt of, I definitely love the Brad Kent references from Saipan 90. I saw it yesterday, too. I just didn't get to it, but thanks. I loved it. Great stuff. Having too much fun with you guys the last few days, and pretty much the last couple of years, because this is the adventure that we're on, and having fun every day and having this show with you and talking about the news and the headlines and all that other stuff. So might as well start getting to those headlines today. And are you ready? On your mark, get set, let's go. All right, by the way, all these headlines, you can find them on the NMINewsService.com. NMINewsService.com, the sweetest smelling website in the world, is available for you for free. That's right, you can get all the news, all the headlines, and it doesn't even cost you a penny. But I do appreciate all you guys going over there and checking it out. You can leave reactions over there. Remember when the Variety, their website, they're like the king of the comments of, like, they got their whole little club of people who go in there and make comments. I love it, right? And you get to figure out, ooh, who could that be? Well, we have the same, we take the best of what we see. And so we use that same platform for the comments over there. So that discuss thing. So you can get in there. You don't have to change your profile. It's the exact same thing when you get over. And I don't know if we're going to have the same amount of Tropic Thunder that we have inside the Variety comments, because those, man, they're just the best. Like all over the place. And you're like, ooh, I wonder who that is. I think I know who that is. Well, anyway, NMINewsService.com, where we got all the headlines for today. By the way, CUC, while they're not helping me with the fumes inside this office, they are monitoring for whooping cough after there were some additional cases that were confirmed in Guam. I don't know much about whooping cough. It doesn't sound like it's fun. I don't know if it's related or caused by the whooping crane. But we did get the report saying that, hey, they're actively monitoring. It's called pertussis, commonly known as whooping cough. Because Guam's had confirmed cases this year. As of March 27th, no cases here in the CNMI, but it's highly contagious, but preventable through vaccination. Pertussis is a respiratory illness that spreads through the air when infected. When a person coughs or sneezes, probably couldn't overpower this Boysen flu that we have going on in here. Early symptoms resemble a common cold, runny nose, low-grade fever, pretty much what you always get, but it could last for weeks or months as it progresses, and it can cause rapid, severe coughing fits, sometimes followed by distinctive whooping sound. What? Woo! Is that what it sounds like? Maybe that's like the new "We Will Rock You." It's like, woo, woo. I don't know, but I can already hear you, Kathy, saying, "You are so stupid." Yeah, I know it. I can already hear it. They do have some vaccinations that help you with that, and the Center for Disease Control represents some of the vaccinations, but you can get all those things yourself over at CHC, but don't just get it over the counter and get yourself. No, go and check them out over at your local healthcare provider or at the hospital, and you can get everything that you need. Folks, is it free for kids? Yeah, check this out. Those vaccines for whooping cough available at no cost to eligible children and adolescents age 0. They do not give it to you in the womb, but like right out. 0 to 18 through the Vaccines for Children's program. That's pretty great, and that serves those who are enrolled in Medicaid or underinsured or uninsured. So basically, if you don't have insurance, you're good to go. And if your insurance doesn't cover it, they're going to take care of you too. Vaccines are also available for folks who are older. It says adults age 19 and older or those with insurance should contact their health care provider for vaccine availability and eligibility. So they got all kinds of stuff. Go and check them out at the hospital. Doesn't sound like that would be fun. I wouldn't want it. Yeah. I definitely don't want it. No matter how fun the chants and the cheers sound, not interested. Man, I don't normally cover DUI stuff because I don't like to, when people just get arrested for doing things they shouldn't do like that. But the DPS did arrest somebody with that brutal traffic accident that happened on the 22nd. Now, why is this a big deal? Well, it's a big deal because it was two vehicles that were just crushed from their DUI, and it's a speed gets involved, and when you're drinking, that's not a good idea to drive either. Of course, it's against the law, and when folks get taken to the hospital, more stuff's going to happen to you. So this happened when we were in Rhoda, so you can't blame us. But when it happened in Rhoda, I had not heard about it, hadn't seen it. And then somebody messaged us. Actually, it's funny. I was at soccer over the weekend for the kids, and a couple of the referees came over and said, "Hey, did you hear about that accident last week?" I'm like, "No." And they showed me some videos and some photos, excuse me, that were going around on social media. And I'm like, no kidding. I hadn't seen that. Wow, thanks. And then right after that, I opened up the Messenger app, and I got a message from one of you guys. It said, "Hey, could you look into this?" And I heard it's somebody got in trouble, somebody doing something. Maybe people aren't reporting it or something like that. And I'm like, sure, no problem. So we reached out to DPS, and within, we did that on Saturday, and they put out the info, not yesterday, I think early yesterday. So when they got to work on Monday, they ended up getting it to us. But that is, everybody who put it out, they put it out because you guys reached out to us, and we went right to DPS and asked them that stuff, and then they put it out. They didn't just reply to me, they put it out to everybody. So, guys, this is you. If you see something happening in the community that's not getting reported on and it's not being spoken about, you can be an agent for change and for information to get out by reaching out to us and sending that kind of info to us so that we can get that out and contact those folks that we deal with every day. And you don't have to have your name on it, so you're good to go. And that's how this story comes out for everybody. Albeit like a little over a week later, it's all because of you guys. So thank you. So keep doing that. You are NMI Witness News reporters out there in the community. Thank you so much. Good morning to all of you guys out there. And Atau, I see you with your coffee and a wave. Speaking of coffee, I'm going to have to get another cup. I'm starting to run low over here. But great to see you. I haven't yet to see a cat gift this morning, but I'll take your coffee and your wave. Great to see you. Also, Saipan Nenny, always cracking me up every morning. Great to see you too. Caleb in the house. Great to see you this morning and every day when you're out here with us. Evelyn Kengo's with us and saying good morning, and Brad and Eric. Well, that's got to be for Eric Mopness. I know he's going to be out there too. Erwin Flores, wow, he said he gave up deceitfulness and betrayal of evil people. Erwin Flores giving that up for Lent. Erwin, great to see you this morning. Take care. Hope you're having a great day. Bucky Benzanara says, half a day. Great to see you, my friend, too. Always good to see you. Ann Saplan, I get a smile whenever I see her in the comments. It is so great. She's so delightful. If you haven't met her in person, you are missing out. She is absolutely a sweetheart. But look out, guys. She's married. You have no chance with her. Her husband's a great guy, too. And they are just a great couple. You got to see their photo. Her profile photo is just it's a capture of this moment in time of their young love. It's still there. Who else is out there? Carmen Cabrera Pangolina says, good morning. Well, good morning, Carmen. Great to see you, too. Tobat Castro says, buenos y'all. Folks, I can see folks from all over in here. Speaking of folks from all over, we have folks from Department of Public Lands who are reaching out. We spoke with them yesterday after your call, Dave Evangelista, to follow up on what's going on with all of those homestead lots. And we have some updates for you. And we'll see if we can't get them on the show, too. But here's the deal. Got an update. DPL they signed all the permits for the homestead lots. For the agricultural homestead lots. They sent them to the AG. Good news, the AG signed them and sent them back to DPL last week. And now those signed by the secretary, signed by the AG, are now in the hands of the homestead folks for review. And that was just completed. And the next step is to send those signed, sealed, and delivered to Tinian for the resident director's final review and distribution. So, Dave Evangelista, you're in luck. Things are coming your way. You and everybody else over there. So that's where you go. Wow, look at that. DPL in the comments saying the permits are being pouched out to Tinian today. Look at that, folks. Look at that. Well done, Public Lands. Great job. There you go, Dave. You can't do better than that. You can't do better than that. Pat Itamar says, "What? Good. Buenas lesor Marianas." Good morning to you. And good morning to you. Hold on. Let me do the old. Wait. Breaking news. DPL pouching out those packets to Tinian today. Anyway, back to it. Yeah, that's great news. Thank you so much, DPL. And thanks for being so responsive, you guys. Watching the show yesterday, really appreciate that. But being there and getting that info out. All right, well, I'm going to take a real quick break from these fumes. We're not going anywhere. We have so much to get to. But we are going to take a real quick break. And I think that I can use this sports break for you to get you through it. So I'll be right back. Here's your latest from Fox Sports.
Fox Sports Update.
The first short track race of the NASCAR Cup Series season with a surprising ending as Chase Elliott wins at Martinsville. While Denny Hamlin dominated the first 330 or so of the 400 laps, leading for 292, a pit strategy was able to put Elliott in position to first pass him, then hold him off late for the 9 car's first win of the season and second career win at Martinsville.
How about that? That was awesome, man. It's really cool when this stuff works out, and to win these races is so tough. I never take it for granted. Trust me, this is a dream come true for me.
Elliott, courtesy of FS1. Well, 2 weeks to go in the NBA regular season as the playoff picture is coming into focus. In the Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons had already clinched their postseason spot, and Sunday, the Boston Celtics joined them, beating the Charlotte Hornets to punch their ticket as well. Well, no team in the NHL has more than 10 games left in their season, including the Las Vegas Golden Knights, who have only 8 games left. And while they're
This is Ainsley Earhart. Thank you for joining me for the 52-episode podcast series, The Life of Jesus.
A listening experience that will provide hope, comfort, and understanding of the greatest story ever told. Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Currently in position to make the playoffs, the team announcing Sunday that it fired head coach Bruce Cassidy, naming former Flyers, Blue Jackets, Canucks, Rangers, and Lightning head coach John Tortorella to the job. Cassidy had been the Golden Knights head coach for the last 4 seasons, winning a Stanley Cup with them in 2023. Well, the first weekend of the MLB season is in the books, and only 5 undefeated teams are left standing. The Toronto Blue Jays, New York Yankees, LA Dodgers, Milwaukee Brewers, and thanks to some late-game drama, the Miami Marlins.
Casey swings. Casey hits it in the air. Casey to deep right. We're going home.
On Marlins TV, with his team trailing the Colorado Rockies by a run with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, Owen Casey delivers a walk-off 2-run homer as the Marlins start the season 3-0 for the first time since 2009. You can download the Fox Sports Podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you download your favorite podcasts. I'm Greg Thompson.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
Join Fox in supporting our troops. From daily needs to global emergencies, help us be there for those who serve. Visit go.fox/Red Cross to donate to service to the armed forces today.
If you see something, say something. And stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at NMICrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care. Are you or someone you know living with a mental illness? Have you experienced abuse or neglect?
denial of services, or discrimination because of a mental illness or disability, you have rights. NM Posse is the Northern Marianas Protection and Advocacy Systems Incorporated, and we're here for you. Individuals diagnosed with mental illness have human, civil, and legal rights under federal and local law. No one should be mistreated, denied services, or discriminated against because of a disability. NM Posse's PIME program provides protection and advocacy for individuals with mental illness and provides information about your rights, advocacy and assistance for eligible individuals, and support in cases involving abuse, neglect, or discrimination. Services are confidential and provided at no cost to eligible individuals. To learn more, call NM Posse today at 670-235-7273 or 7274 or email gborja@nmposse.org.
I see you in the comments.
The clock strikes 6, the coffee brews.
He's there.
Downtown sings, it's the morning news. Then comes a voice smooth as silk, dripping charm like honey and milk. He's got the vibe, he's got the flow.
Who is it? You know it.
Every day he steals the show. Feeling easy more, hotter than the radio.
Oh, yes.
He's the man amidst the glow. Feeling sexy, feeling bold.
Oh, you can't sit for this. You gotta get up.
He's the man amidst the glow. Feeling sexy, feeling bold.
Peeling. He's in the house. I can hear you. I can feel you. That's right. Man, maybe it's the fumes. I don't know. But I'm telling you, we're having a good time here. Hit one of the brakes on these wheels. This is a fun day. Hey, anyway, I want to say good morning to everybody who's joining us today. 8:12 in the morning here in Saipan, and it is a beautiful day. Look at that out there. It might look a little gray right now, but at least it's bright. And that is more than I could say for this guy in this chair here. It has been a great one so far. Remember, it's Taco Tuesday here in the Marianas, 8:12, and that means you are about 8 hours away from being able to get your tacos from Godfather's on Taco Tuesday. One of the things that we can be thankful for this time of year. Oh, yeah. The moonwalk's important. You got to do the moonwalk. I can't say I could do it well, but the good news is the camera's only up this high, so you can't see exactly what it looks like. And we're rocking. By the way, during that little break, turn down the fan. It is full blast. So if it sounds a little bit louder than normal, we got a combination of the fan blowing all that air out this way and the door open over here. So it is definitely going to be louder than your typical show. Hold on. There we go. Needed that so I can move this thing around a little bit. Today, this is just an interesting show. This is what we got today. We're a little bit live, a little bit having a little bit of fun, and we're going to get back to the headlines that we've got and get to your calls, too, if you've got some. It's Peeling says DPL ladies are dancing right now not because they're peeling it. Nice. I love it. Luisa Cabrera in the house. Miss Baseball is here with us. Great to see you. I'm not sure if you guys can even hear that background music because of all the stuff that I'm getting coming in right now, but hopefully it's not, I don't have it set too loud for it. But getting back to our headlines, one of the things that we talked about, we forwarded it, we posted it. We're going to end up putting it on the website too. But Landon Idlet and his brother Brandon, that's right, if you love the weather, love Landon. If you don't love the weather, blame Brandon. They are the ones who went together to Anderson Air Force Base for the month of the military child. They ended up making a great big building. It is awesome. And they finished it in just 2.5 days. It is awesome. It's going to stand there through the month of April at Anderson Elementary School in support of the month of the military child. And it's for their charity drive to collect hygiene kits and items for children in need in Guam. It's just another one
of these great projects that they're doing in Guam, that they've been doing for years now, and doing it through something that they're passionate about as well, which is building. And they're not just building, they're building bonds and building stability for the kids who could really use, some of these things out there. Like some of them, for some of the folks, it's food. For some of the folks, it's hygiene kits. For some of the folks, it's both. Well, they're doing it, and they're doing it in a sustainable way too, by only adding kids that they know that they can support the whole way. They're not just adding kids for like a one and done, saying, yeah, we got you this time, but we might not be able to help you in the long term. No, every time they do, they end up partnering with folks to do this kind of stuff. So it's really wonderful that they continue to do this. The folks at Be Heartfelt are a big piece of that puzzle as well. And man, it's just so great to see it and to see people that doing great things in the community. Even though that's in Guam, they have brought the Be Heartfelt brand to Saipan. You don't see it as much. Their sound isn't as loud. Their profile's not as big, but that's just not as big yet. It's coming because there are volunteers here who are helping, and they believe in this cause too. So hopefully that could be you. It's not too bad. All right, well, props to you guys for getting that stuff out there. We forwarded this already. We put it on their page. And what I like about it, they talk about the, how it's going to be for earthquakes. Well, it said they've already been charting earthquakes since they completed it. This morning, there was a 4.5 magnitude earthquake just 35 kilometers to the northeast of Guam, which, by the way, is pretty close to Rota. And it's not very hard, but it's not that big of an earthquake, but it's big enough. And this tower already survived that, so that's good. That was yesterday morning. So, all right. Well, Louisa just sent me something as well. What do we got over here? Oh, we got stats. Yes, we're going to post these today. These are great. Unfortunately, there haven't been as many games as would be if the weather was better, but we've got some stats for the junior division and the senior division leaders, which are pretty cool. Let's save these and then let's take a look at them. Let's see. Let's save that one and save that one. They should pop up for us here any moment. All right, there we go. Oh, man. Okay, so these... Oh, you did figure out... Oh, man, that's great. Damian Palacios from the Fielders. This is the senior division with a 5.63 batting average. Holy cow. Aiken Narita, a 5.33 batting average. He's with the Natibu Sports Association Braves. Who else is with the Fielders over there? Roki Pangilinan with a 4.74. Man, we're going to be posting all these things. These are great stats. Let's see. Herman Iguel's got the most runs. He's tied with Austin Camacho, both at 14. Then we got for singles, doubles, triples, and for home runs, Caden Lazama, the only one in the whole league's got 2 of them. 2 home runs for the Fielders. How about that? Fielders leading just about every single category offensively. They got to be having a great season in the senior division. We'll see what's going on in the juniors as well, but we'll make sure that we've got all this. I want to say thanks so much to you, Louisa, for sending this to us. Just a real quick, oh my God, you thought those batting averages were good. Listen to this. For the Old Aces, Caleb Regis, this is his batting average, a 7.33. A 7.33 batting average. This kid is killing it. It is no surprise that he's also leading the league with 16 runs. He's also leading the league with 8 singles. He's also tied for the lead with 1 triple and tied for the lead with 1 home run. This kid is everywhere. How about this? He's got 5 RBIs, so he's doing a lot of the work on his own. He's got a heck of a teammate, Eric Palacios Jr., got 15 runs. That kid is talented, too. You can see him in all kinds of different sports, but he's out there and lighting it up. Aiden Lazama he's got a 500 batting average. Same with Tisor Tasakin and John Fred. All those guys have a 500 batting average. Ole Aces, and Mariners, respectfully. I mean, these guys can play. Let's just say that. All right, what else we got going on? Oh, Caleb hit a grand slam last Thursday. That's the one you were telling us about when we were talking about. That kid is playing, man. Holy smokes. That stuff is awesome. I love Louisa. She's like, I just didn't want to do ERA. It takes forever. I bet it does. I bet it does. I am not the statistician. I can add up like hits and all that other stuff and averages and all that. But ERA, I never really figured that out. Google is my friend when it comes to stuff like that. But thank you. We're going to put all that stuff out there. We're going to get the word out so that everybody can see what's happening on the Little League side. And when we get it out there, we're getting it because of you, Louisa, doing all that work for the Little League. You are a saint, lady. Let's see. I will be there. All right. Today, isn't it tomorrow? Hold on 1 second. Okay, anyway, back to it. Let's get back to some of our headlines. And I want to show you a video also. 2 videos, but one is something that was on CNN. And I saw this. It's interesting to us specifically because they talk about the deep sea mining. I want to do this as a post as well, but I want to show it to you guys. When I was going through, and I got it forwarded to me as well, but what I end up doing, I forward stuff to myself on WhatsApp from like Facebook. And this is one of the things I forwarded to myself because I thought it was really interesting the way it was presented by CNN. But I think, and I wouldn't normally forward a lot of stuff from CNN because of all the lean that it usually has. But in this case, I think it's okay. I think it's doable. So let me put this up here. Let me see how I can share this with you guys, and we'll watch it together. And then I'll mute my microphone so you guys don't have to hear all that background noise, which I hope, again, is not the worst. It's about the loudest it's ever been on the show. Here, this is what I'm going to call this share 2. Yeah, there we go. Because I want to move this over and get us on here. All right. That's about the best I think that we can do for this. I think. And then, come on. That's what we're looking for right there. Yep, this is live. That's why you're seeing it like that. That's why we're trying to piece all this stuff together. Okay, so this was posted by a CNN today, and we're hoping that the music that they used doesn't get us dinged. But, you know, we'll give them all the credit in the world for producing this. This is not something that we did. All right, so let me turn off that background music and turn up the volume on this one. All right? Now, you can't see it yet, but here, we're splitting the screen with them. Press play. Here we go.
There are these potato-shaped lumps that major powers are racing to...
Here, let's just start it from the beginning again.
At the bottom of the ocean, there are these potato-shaped lumps that major powers are racing to find. Right now, China is leading the search. But what they may also be gathering could be even more valuable. The rock-like mineral deposits are called polymetallic nodules, and they're packed with metals like cobalt, copper, and nickel. Those metals are in high demand and are used in green energy technologies like electric cars and solar panels. But they're also sought for defense purposes. CNN and Manga Bay tracked multiple Chinese research ships scanning the seafloor more than 5,000 meters deep. Experts say some of that work could have another purpose, because mapping the seafloor can also reveal how sound moves underwater, and that can help detect submarines. We found some of these Chinese ships weren't just operating in deep-sea mining zones, but also in strategic waters near places like Guam, a U.S. territory, and in the South China Sea. Some appeared to operate inside other countries' maritime zones without permission, and in certain cases, even switched off tracking systems. We've been looking into this for over a year, and what stands out is how closely science and strategy are overlapping in the deep ocean. China says its activities follow international law and include environmental protection. But it's not the only country interested in what's down there, and the rules around all of this are still being written. The U.S. is pushing to fast-track deep-sea mining. A UN-backed body is meant to regulate deep-sea mining, but the U.S. hasn't signed on to that. Instead, it's moving to speed up mining on its own, calling access to these minerals a national security priority. With both the U.S. and China moving quickly, this race for the ocean floor is becoming more competitive and more complex. And all of it comes at a cost. Scientists warn that extracting these minerals could cause lasting environmental damage. These deep-sea ecosystems take millions of years to form, and one study found test mining reduced animal life by more than a third in affected areas. So what looks like a race for clean energy on the surface could determine who has the advantage in one of the least understood places on Earth. At the bottom of the ocean, there are these potato-shaped lumps that major powers are racing to
We can watch it again, but were you guys even watching it the whole time? My gosh. I thought I had you on there. At least I thought so. Oh, yeah, you were. All right, so anyway, I guess we could watch it one more time just to give you a recap. But basically, what they're doing, they are recapping what's going on with all the deep-sea mining stuff and bringing it to the folks in the mainland who, you know, while it's a bigger deal out here for us because it's right here, the folks in the mainland pretty much don't understand it as much as we do, or at least aren't as passionate about it as much as we are, because it's not happening right off the coast of them, and they might not have to rely on the water like we do and all that other stuff. But, you know, that's a whole separate topic that we're not going to jump into this morning. That's not the plan of this. But just the fact that they're tracking that it's not just the U.S. who's going out here and looking for this stuff. And you see that they were showing the patterns, and they were the tracking of those ships from China, and those ships from China crossing into our waters to do all this survey stuff, which they're not supposed to do, clearly, right? So let's watch it again, just so you guys can see that part. So lest anyone be caught unaware that this is what's going on out here.
At the bottom of the ocean, there are these potato-shaped lumps that major powers are racing to find. Right now, China is leading the search. But what they may also be gathering could be even more valuable. The rock-like mineral deposits are called polymetallic nodules, and they're packed with metals like cobalt, copper, and nickel. Those metals are in high demand and are used in green energy technologies like electric cars and solar panels. But they're also sought for defense purposes. CNN and Manga Bay tracked multiple Chinese research ships scanning the seafloor more than 5,000 meters deep. Experts say some of that work could have another purpose, because mapping the seafloor can also reveal how sound moves underwater, and that can help detect submarines. We found some of these Chinese ships weren't just operating in deep-sea mining zones, but also in strategic waters near places like Guam, a U.S. territory, and in the South China Sea. Some appeared to operate inside other countries' maritime zones without permission, and in certain cases, even switched off tracking systems. We've been looking into this for over a year, and what stands out is how closely science and strategy are overlapping in the deep ocean. China says its activities follow international law and include environmental protection. But it's not the only country interested in what's down there, and the rules around all of this are still being written. The U.S. is pushing to fast-track deep-sea mining. A UN-backed body is meant to regulate deep-sea mining, but the U.S. hasn't signed on to that. Instead, it's moving to speed up mining on its own, calling access to these minerals a national security priority. With both the U.S. and China moving quickly, this race for the ocean floor is becoming more competitive and more complex. And all of it comes at a cost. Scientists warn that extracting these minerals could cause lasting environmental damage. These deep-sea ecosystems take millions of years to form, and one study found test mining reduced animal life by more than a third in affected areas. So what looks like a race for clean energy on the surface could determine who has the advantage in one of the least understood places on Earth. At the bottom of the ocean, there are these potato-shaped lumps.
There you go. So that's it. It's interesting to me because the discussion about deep sea mining and stuff like that, that's huge. There's a whole lot going on, and I don't really want to do a deep dive on it right now. I have some thoughts about it too. I'm not really in favor of it. I'm certainly not in favor of the destructive part, but that whole picking and grabbing stuff, I don't think that's such a bad deal. Oh, but it takes like a million years. Yeah, I don't know, but so does everything. You know, I'm kind of okay with that part of it. Like that part seems the least
destructive and intrusive and all that other stuff. It just seems like they're picking up potatoes off the ground. And that part, not really terrible to me, but that whole idea about the scraping of the seamounts and all that other stuff and the dredging, like all that stuff sounds terrible. The other part is, like when they first came out with this, or at least the concept of it, it was pretty far away. And now that the most recent version is that it's pretty close. And now Guam's really into it because it's pretty close to Guam as well. So now Guam waters weren't really a part of it. They're like, oh no, they're all our waters. Okay, calm down, Francis. The main thing is that this is more about like the split between the CNMI and Guam. That's what I mean. But now it's in there. You know, it's really close and everything too, a lot closer than it was before. And so they can really legitimately, you know, enter that discussion. Guam has entered the chat. I know, but we've always been in a chat. Okay, fine, calm down. You know, like I said, we're not going to agree on all this stuff. This is just about like actual maps and stuff. So, but with regards to this, if they're all going after this stuff, it's pretty heavy. And the reason why the U.S. is going after this as much as they are right now, as far as like opening that up and then trying to lease that, is because of the stranglehold that China has on these rare earth minerals right now and all these other places around the world. So they need these things for just about everything that you're using, probably what you're using to watch this show. So I guess we could say that the future of the show is dependent on deep sea. No. But these rare earth minerals, they're called rare earth minerals for a reason, because they're not easy to get, they're not easy to find, and there's just a whole bunch of them down there and all over in the ocean. And I would think that it's a foregone conclusion that this is something that's already going to happen. The question is that what's the impact going to be to us here, at least environmentally? If they end up, you know, doing some terrible stuff that affects us here and affects our reefs, affects our fish, you know, that's devastating. But for people there are people who are just conservationists, period, who don't think that we should get into, they should take any of that stuff. I just don't think that there's any way that they're going to be satisfied by what's going to probably happen with this, is that these licenses are going to go out, these minerals are going to be harvested, and that's going to happen. The only thing we can hope is that, again, it's not devastating. You know, that's it. Peeling says, this deep sea mining is very dangerous and destructive thing. If we allow this to happen, then we might as well listen to RFK Jr. and get the Pine Sol vaccine. Yes. Well, Peeling, I want to tell you that there's some medicinal value to the Pine Sol vaccine. Not only will your floors be clean, but so will your pipes. They will be fantastic. And you should definitely take that. That's my best RFK. Peeling, Saipan, and he's saying, hey, to Peeling, good, hot, and sexy morning, brother Peeling. Never a dull moment and always got me feeling good about myself. Have a good, hot, and sexy day. That's right. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the deep sea mining. I just think it's going to happen either way. I'm not a fan of the destruction of, you know, what happens out in the waters and all this stuff. But, you know, I also don't buy into, you know, some of the touchy-feely part of the arguments. You know, that's it. Like, when the people who get into that stuff get a little bit too, you know, touchy-feely, I'm like, it doesn't feel right. Like, it feels like you're reaching a little bit on this. All right, but anyway, it's great to see all you guys out here joining us today. And that is one of the things that popped up that I thought you guys would be interested in, because it's such a hot topic out here these days, this deep sea mining stuff. And now that it's starting to hit the mainland media, it should be interesting. All right, well, we're going to take a real quick break. We're not going anywhere. We still have news, we got sports, we got more of all of those things, including weather and all that jazz. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Shiny smiles all around, where happiness is found. It's the little things that make it true. Shiny smiles.
They're friends and neighbors, sons, fathers. They're Little League coaches and veterans. They're people who love this country. These are Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers. They are removing violent criminals from our streets and neighborhoods. It's dangerous and difficult work. But ICE has one mission: to make America a safer place to live. And that's what they're doing. This is law enforcement. This is ICE.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. President Trump issued a fresh threat to Iran's civilian infrastructure today. Saka Magani has details.
The president said yesterday talks aimed at ending the war are going well.
I think we'll make a deal with them, pretty sure. Whether it's possible, we won't.
And this morning writes on social media, if one is not reached shortly, the U.S. will wipe out Iranian power plants, oil wells, the Karg Island oil export hub, and potentially even facilities supplying drinking water. Sagar Meghani, Washington.
The FBI says the man who crashed his pickup into a Detroit area synagogue earlier this month was carrying out an attack inspired by the Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah. In Texas, the Comal County Sheriff's Office says a 15-year-old student shot a teacher at his high school and then fatally shot himself. The teacher taken to a San Antonio hospital, no word on her condition. The TSA says most officers were paid today. Julie Walker on the impact.
While some airports still have those long TSA lines that we saw last week practically stretch out the door, others like Houston and Atlanta are returning to normal Monday as TSA officers like Johnny Jones at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport say they finally got paid. He's also the secretary-treasurer of his local TSA union.
Things are getting back to normal. They're not fully back, but some of the lines are gone in Houston, but some of the airports it's going to take some time.
But he says those checks are not what members were expecting.
People received about 75% of their back pay, and but they're still recovering. People's finances are devastated.
The partial DHS shutdown began February 14th. About 500 TSA workers quit and many called out sick. Then Friday, President Trump signed an executive order for payments to go out while Congress continues fighting over a DHS funding bill. I'm Julie Walker.
This is AP News. Seth Sutel has the AP Markets Report.
Stocks ended mostly lower after a wobbly day of trading on Wall Street. Crude oil prices kept climbing because of uncertainty about when the war with Iran might end. The S&P 500 fell 0.4%. The index is now a bit more than 9% below the all-time high it set in January. The Dow Jones Industrial Average edged up 49 points. That's about 0.1%. The Nasdaq Composite fell 0.7%. Crude oil prices rose again. The international benchmark, Brent crude, added 2% to close at a little over $107 a barrel. That's up from about $70 a barrel before the war with Iran started. Seth Sutel, New York.
U.S. gasoline prices are hovering right around $4 per gallon. AAA puts the national average at $3.99, about $1 more than a month ago. There's more news at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
Welcome back, Marianas. Good morning. It is 8:39 here on Tuesday morning, Taco Tuesday morning. That's right. What are you doing for your happy hour today? Well, for me, I'm going to cry in my not beer because I'm still not done with Lent. But you can make your way down to Godfather's and get yourself some tacos to go with those beverages and enjoy it. Taco Tuesday at Godfather's. It is one of the things that makes me smile. Right now, though, I'm going to have to live vicariously through all you guys while you get out there and enjoy it today, for sure. Well, I'll tell you what, we have a lot to get to today, and I'm really excited about this. This for us is one of our passion projects, this job itself, this whole idea, the NMI News Service and bringing you the morning show and all that. And it's just something that is exactly what we want. Well, one of our friends is living his best life right now and doing his passion project. And we want to share some of this with you. Now, there's all kinds of things in this world. I don't know if you guys are into any of these fantasy leagues and all that other stuff, but I am big into like fantasy football, and it's something that I'm a big fan of, fantasy. But apparently they have it for all kinds of sports. They have it for soccer, they have it for baseball, they have it probably for everything, basketball, but they also have it for surfing. And our official NMI News Service surfing correspondent is Glenn Polycare. You know him, you love him. Well, he started something new, and if you guys want to get on this, you got to do it soon. It is the Fantasy Surfing League, and we worked on a little video for him yesterday. It's up and running. You can follow this page, and you can get in on it. Fantasy Surfing League. It's on Facebook, and it's on YouTube. They've got the updates and the videos and all this stuff. It's easy to get into. It's free to get into, and you can actually win prizes. They've got tons of sponsors with all kinds of cool stuff. And I went and started looking at these individual sponsors and what they do and their offers and all that. It's so cool. So the best part about this, again, it's free. You could possibly win the league any week because it's just starting out. You could win great photography, great stuff. You could win a board, who knows, but you get in on it. Anyway, let's get into this. I want to show you guys the video. So here it is. This is the Fantasy Surfing League. It is worldwide. It is not just open to Saipan, so check it out.
Hey guys, Hoppaday, how's it? I am so excited to be here. My name is Glenn. I will be the 2026 Fantasy Surfing League Commissioner for you. Thank you guys all so much for signing up. And if you haven't signed up yet, there's still a little bit of time before we lock trading for bells. If you missed that trading window, that's okay. We've got 11 events throughout the season. We've got a ton of information we're gonna throw at you tonight, so check this out and welcome aboard. Before we get started into the nuts and bolts of the site, I really want to thank all of our sponsors. They have provided us with event and locale-inspired prizes that someone is going to get at each and every event throughout the season. I want to thank Low Tide Chronicles. I want to thank Jay and Vicky over at ebodyboarding.com, Mark Richard Surfboards, Cycle Design Raglan, our New Zealand sponsor, the Foam Company, Jade Reeves Photography over in Hawaii. We've got Lone Palm Golf and Surf as well from Hawaii. We've got Ben Therard Photography and our 6th event sponsor, Astro Deck Shop. Thank you guys so much for making this happen. So guys, my goal with this, after Fantasy Surfer died back in October, it left a big pit for a lot of us. And there was a hole, there was a void. I played the game for 20 something years. I have a personal signed AI board at home, and I really wanted to keep the party going. The concept behind Fantasy Surfing League was to create something fun and a little different from some of the other game platforms. Now there's other games out there. You can pay to play, there's some that have a budget, there's some that have tiers. We wanted to keep ours fun, easy, and free to play. Simple concept and prizes at every single event. All right guys, so the game of Fantasy Surfing League, the concept is simple. No tiers, no budget, no restrictions. Pick the same player throughout the entire year, it's up to you. Pick 4 men, pick 4 women, any 4. You want Rissa, Steph, Robo, and Felipe at all the events, that's okay. You can do that. You like Ethan, Jordy, Griff, Yago, that's all right. No budget, no cap, 4 guys, 4 girls. Lock your team in and wait for the event to start. It's that simple. Now, as you say, well, there might be some ties, Glenn. That's okay, we got that figured out. All the teams that have identical scores on top of the leaderboard will be put into a random generator draw. We'll spin that wheel live on social media until we get ourselves a winner for that particular event. And folks, really, that's it. Fantasy Surfing League in a nutshell. Pick 4 guys, pick 4 girls, prizes for every single event. Get your teams locked in before that event window closes, and you're good to go. If you signed up, thank you. If you haven't, go to fantasysurfingleague.com, register. It's super easy, name, email, and go ahead and pick your team name. I hope to see you guys on the leaderboard. I really want to thank my developer, Martin, for putting this whole thing together. I want to thank Brad over at NMI News Service, and most importantly, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming along for the ride. See you guys on the leaderboard, and see you guys after the event.
All right, that's Fantasy Surfing League. Don't forget the ing. That's the important part. Otherwise, you're going to find out that you're on the wrong website. So Fantasy Surfing League is the new thing that got launched, and it's a big deal. It doesn't cost you anything. Check it out. Again, you could win. Even if you don't know anything about it, go, because it's so new. This could be your first week, could be your best week. Who do I pick? I don't know. You find it out yourself. Go check it out. FantasySurfingLeague.com is the website. In fact, we could get in there. Let's see. FantasySurfingLeague.com. And it's a pretty cool website. Here, this is it. You're able to check it out. And they explain the rules and everything for you. Again, it costs you nothing to enter. And that's it. So this is, it's like golf scoring. The low score wins. And you can learn it all yourself. Maybe we'll see if we can't get him in to talk us through this whole thing too. So it's really cool. But we should definitely sign up and get a team in there. And if you guys want to, you can too. Again, it doesn't cost anything. It's free. Now, they are accepting donations for sure, because all this stuff isn't easy to do. But hey, we got our buddy who's out there. He's our official surf correspondent, and he's also big into the weather stuff out here as well. Take a look at some of these prizes. We're going to the prize tab right now. For each one, those are the sponsors for each one of these events. And so you've got the Low Tide Chronicles, Astro Deck. Astro Deck, they're sponsoring like 6 of the events. They got Cycle Design Raglan, which is from New Zealand, Mark Richards Surfboards, and ebodyboarding.com. They've got, who else is out there? The Foam Company, and Lone Palm Golf and Surf, and Jay Reeves. You got to check these things out. Like all those websites for all those places. And where's Brouthard? There it is. Ben Thord. Sorry, that's my... Brouthard is my combination that I did on the fly there. Ben Thord. Oh, man, their photography is amazing for Ben Thord, and then for Jade Reeves. Holy smokes. Like, that surf photography is incredible. Anyway, let's take a look real quick at the how this leaderboard looks. You got to go to the event. This is the thing he was talking about when he says bells. This is it. So that's week 1. And it's the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach. There's no results because they haven't done it yet, but it's going to start tomorrow. And you can get in and start picking your surfers for this week. It's pretty cool. I love this idea. I know little about surfing other than, 1, it's cool, and 2, I've never done it, right? And it looks amazing when you see people get on those gigantic waves, like those 70, 80-foot waves. That's not like every event, but it's out there, and those are some of the things that some of these guys will be doing for points and all that. I don't know how the score... Oh, look, there's a triple dip. No, I don't know any of those things. I can't help you with the scoring. I can't tell you who to pick. I only know people who have been surfing, like the old-timers who probably don't compete anymore. So... and I don't know him personally anyway. So I can't be your guide on this, but you know who could be? Gleb Hollycare. So you can reach out to him. Check him out. Follow them on Facebook. We already do. It's Fantasy Surfing League, and we are checking it out. Glenn Beneventi in the house. Great to see you this morning. Thanks for tuning in today. Again, I know there's a lot of background noise today. That's the road, that's the rain coming down, that's the vehicles going back and forth, and the sound of the fan, because we are trying to air this place out from this awesome upgrade that we have in here. It's an upgrade, except for the fumes. It is a complete and total upgrade out here. We absolutely love what our new backdrop looks like. The thing is, it also may be killing us. Not really, but we got to keep this open and ventilated. Otherwise, we're going to have to start playing some, I'll have to make an AI version of the Doors' Riders on the Storm, and you could just imagine like a little haze in the room. Riders on the Storm. There it was. Doing my show in the morning, getting all drugged out, enjoying that nice, that's not Riders on the Storm music, enjoying that nice voice and paint and wood stain smell in the air. Yeah, I think that's our next stage. We're gonna go and make some, we're gonna make some Doors-esque instrumental just for the theme of this room. Yeah, I love that. You are absolutely right, Taubat. Started from Talazza, now with Spear. That is the best. That is the best. Hey, dude, you got to come over here and check this place out. You got to see what's been shaking since the last time you were in here. Taubat Castro, the tip man from Dan Dam. All right. We got a couple other things that we want to get to today. We want to say congratulations to Erlinda Napoti. She's the director over there at the Joe Tenkizu Public Library, but she was named the National 250 Public Service Champion. How cool is that? We got this info from the library and the folks over at the America 250 campaign. She's been selected as one of the 250 public service champions nationwide. It's an honor that was awarded by the National Academy of Public Administration in partnership with Local Gov 250. They were selected. All these 250 people were selected from hundreds of nominations representing all 50 states. Washington, D.C., the CNMI, and beyond. 250 Champions Initiative recognizes outstanding public servants who exemplify excellence, dedication, and impact in their communities. Erlinda, congratulations. How cool is that? Well done. It's so great to see you recognized for all the good work that you end up doing for our community at our public library. Just amazing. You can read the full story over at nminewsservice.com. You could also go over to the library and give her a high five and say, well done, Erlinda. Well done indeed. Yeah, that's right. And then he says, yeah, on Women's Month too. That's right. On Women's Month. It's great. Not kidding. I love it. Oh my God. I love it. Peeling, you're making me blush over here, saying, hey, Glenn Benevente, welcome to the greatest morning news from our brother Brad Rosala. Thank you, brother. And then he's saying, yeah, Brad gave up beer so long these fumes are intoxicating him. I'm not kidding. They are potent as they are pungent. No kidding. We're going to have to go and detox after this over at Laddie Built. By the way, we have, I can't wait to post a couple more things that we've got from Laddie Built. We already talked about the champion, Audie Meritita, lost 50 pounds. 50 pounds. There's a great video of his progress from when he started to when he got done. And this transformation doesn't look like something that would happen in 12 weeks. It looks like something that would happen over years. He did it in 12 weeks. 50 pounds in 12 weeks. 50 pounds in 3 months. That's a lot of pounds. I mean, that's almost 20 pounds a month. Can you imagine? What would you do if you were 50 pounds lighter? Oh my gosh. I would be happier every time I went on Star Marianas. Star Marianas would be happy every time I went with them too. The Max guys, they probably don't care. They're like, Brad, enjoy your fat self. have a good time. They just be happy I'm there with them. And I would be happy with them too. But I'm telling you that 50 pounds is so impressive. And that's a dude who's like, he's a strong guy. And now he's going to be killing it for the Pirates in the Masters League. Dude's going to be on fire. So, well done, Audie. Now, he's not the only one. This is where you're going to start seeing the videos that we got. And then he says, we're not allowed to lose weight in my family. They're going to say I'm sick or on something. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, wait till you hear the other stories that we're going to be posting this week, because we met some really inspirational people, some people who, if they are going to get you, they are going to get you inspired to work out too. I want to say thanks to Jan Regis. Thanks so much for being so generous with your time. And our other winners who are out there. It was so great being at Laddie Built on Saturday to see these folks who lost so much weight, and they look great. You can hear it in their voices. You can just, it radiates with their attitudes and everything. It really is wonderful to see the impact that it's made. And you can have that too. And you know, you listen to Audie, and he'll tell you that it's all about the going to the gym. He's like, just drink water, and work out. They could do it for you. In fact, let's I want to get that for you. I'm sure I have it here handy. And if I don't, then I'll find it online. Let's see if I've got it right here. Yeah, I might have taken it off of this folder just to clear up space here. Let me just see. Yeah, worst case, I'll just pull up the video that we posted already, because it's really great. Yeah, and that's what we end up doing. We can't keep everything on the old computer, but we end up keeping it on here. So let's go to the old website in case you guys haven't seen it, because again, it's inspirational stuff. I love it. I love seeing folks in our community who are getting stuff done and doing great with that. Here we go. Let's see if this is it. By the way, everything posts as a reel now these days. That's the interview. Here we go.
Thank you again for joining our Health and Wellness Transformation Challenge. This one was a very close one, and this one was very challenging to score because you guys did a wonderful job. Be proud of what you did. Be proud of what you've accomplished, because this is not easy. All right? So with no further ado, I'm just going to go straight at it. Our first place winner, who has lost 50.5 pounds, which is about 20% of their body weight. They lost a body fat of 5.3, which is about 21%. This is a big number. This is some big change. Everybody clap your hands for Audie.
Yeah, it took us 3 months on this challenge. Hard work and dedication, man. This time my diet, I ate a lot of proteins and not much carbs. I only use carbs for a few. But yeah, Monday to Sunday, workout every day. Most of my cardio is lifting weights. I did my cardio like my last 3 weeks, but I lift a lot. I was 253 pounds. I was heading for 200, but I didn't make it. I made it to 203. I want to go 200. I want to stay 200, man, because Masters League is coming up and I need my power. Man, I feel good, man. My wife helped me with all my meals. Stay away from alcohol and come to the gym every day. Water, the best. Oh man, just gotta show up to the gym or outside, do your walk, do your run, or come to Laddie Built. We can help you out.
Be the inspiration!
Well done, Audie Maritita, and everybody else who was in the contest. But that was, wow, it was so great to see. Again, and the happiness on everyone's face just from doing it. And, you know, some of that, and you're going to hear it from the folks that we interviewed also, it's not just losing the weight. That's a great feeling, right? But the feeling they get from going to the gym, the coaches that they get from Laddie Built, the classes that they attend that are free as members of Laddie Built 24-Hour Fitness. And the camaraderie, the community, the support system that is built into Laddie Built. And when we interviewed Derek Cutting about this about a year ago, you know, he talked about one of the things that you can't just create. It has to be a generic, like an organic experience. And the culture of the gym, if you start it the right way, you watch it blossom. And he's so blessed to see this culture of the gym culture at Laddie Built be so welcoming. It's not just a bunch of lugheads, you know, and all that stuff where they talk about it at some places, right? No. The person who works out the hardest in there is also generous. You know, people are welcoming in there. They're generous with their time. It's a great setup over there. They've got the free weights. They've got the machines. They've got classes. They've got yoga. They've got the spin bikes. They've got the treadmills. They've got the free runners. They've got a sauna, a cold plunge. They've got, you know, you name it, they have it. But what they really have is just a great place to be, and with a great welcoming culture of the gym. I mean, you can't ask for anything more than what they had, and you'll love it, and you'll hear it directly from the people who were involved. Fruit fly made its way in here. You'll hear it directly from the folks who are involved in this competition, and you should even go down there and experience it for yourself. I'm telling you, it's a great place to be, and the people are great. And I'm not now. To be fair, they sponsor the show, and they're one of the first sponsors that we had that were on right from the get-go. Back when we only had a handful of followers, maybe like around 3,000 or 4,000 followers is when they started sponsoring us. Look at us now, right? We're creeping up at 22,000 just on Facebook alone, not to mention the thousands that we got over there on Instagram, the thousands that we got on YouTube, and the tens of thousands of people who are checking out our website that's growing every single month. You know, these guys have been believers in us right from the beginning and been a partner with us. I say that because I am a big fan of what they're doing, and I'm glad that I get to work with people that I love and appreciate and get to experience working with people who are doing great things in the community, and that's exactly what they're doing. Doesn't take away from anybody else. I'm just telling you what they're doing and how that culture is over there. It's great. I'm a big fan, and congratulations to all you guys and men and women who are in that competition. That was something else that was really interesting. There wasn't just a men's category and a women's category. It was open to everyone. And then they also gave, so like first, second, third were, you know, there's men and women and all that. Then they also gave runner-ups for the men and for the women also. So it was really cool. There was cash. Everybody got some prizes. The folks from Michelob Ultra, by the way, a big sponsor in this as well, and they couldn't have done it without them. So Michelob Ultra, not only are you delicious, you are supportive. And speaking of Michelob Ultra, one of the guys working over there at Marpac is James Lee, and James Lee was one of the coaches who was credited by the competitors for making a difference in their everyday lives. I'm telling you, it was so great to see it, and I can't wait for you to be able to see these videos this week. We just don't want to put them out all at once, so you're going to see them this week as well. All right, well, that's about it, folks. It is 9:04 in the morning. We're a little bit over, but that's okay. Today, at 10 o'clock, there is a House resolution for the folks from Miss Northern Marianas Descent. We got to see some of these lovely ladies yesterday when we were at the Autism Awareness Month proclamation signing at Crown. So we got a nice photo with them. But today, they're going to be honored for all the stuff that they're doing in the community as well. And we also have interviews coming up from the folks who are here with NMC Crees talking about like
helping out farmers in food development. Nope.
We have a call coming in. Holy cow. We have him on the phone. He's the man, the myth, the legend from the island of Guam. Weighing in at hot and sexy, it is Piling Gizemo.
Good morning, Brad, and my fellow Cinemai people. First of all, Brad, if you can allow me,
absolutely,
on my second comment about the deep sea mining.
Yes, sir.
But first, my number one is to congratulate my primo Audi. It runs in the family, the 160 body. That's my primo. It runs in the family. It's so natural. I want to congratulate my Audi for them.
You got it.
Yeah, and but going back, if you can allow me, I know it's earlier topic about the deep sea mining.
You got it.
The deep sea mining, it's the same thing. Man has set foot on the moon, but man has not really comprehended what can be allowed with man on the moon. We have set eyes on the deepest part under the ocean, the Marianas Trench. But we never set foot. We set our eyes. We saw what we can see. We don't know anything about it. We know a lot of things above the water and away from the moon. And we don't know what's on Mars. So this deep sea mining is something that we should not allow. We should never allow this. We gotta come together as human beings and protect this planet. We have to protect our planet. But what are they gonna take down there? What is the purpose? Are they gonna cure cancer? Are they gonna cure death? Are they gonna go down there and find something to eliminate death and aging? No. What's so important down there? If they're gonna go down there to mine something to make bombs or whatever, we have it on land. We have the sun. If we want to grab something to produce energy, then let's get it from the wind. Let's get it from the waves. Let's get it from the sun. Because we know we can get it. We know we can extract energy from waves, from wind, and from sun, from the sunlight. That's why everybody is having a solar street light. You go to CHTC, solar. But we should never allow this deep sea mining, and our government should listen in and join the people on this fight. We need to fight this. We shouldn't allow this, like what they did with Marshall Islands, with the testing of the nuclear bomb. They tested because they don't know anything about it. And now we know what happened with the testing of the nuclear bomb on the Marshall Islands. And these people, there's something is wrong in their head, that they keep trying to be Nostradamus, but they're not really Nostradamus. They're not really. Nobody is Nostradamus. Nobody, not even me. Not even me. I'm not a Nostradamus, but I know I'm a Nostradamus. That's it, Brad. I just want to share that, and it's very important that we respect this, and we got to stand together and not allow this. If they want to mine, just stay away from our Marianas. And every Pacific Islander, every islander, and the only people know, go away. Go to the Atlantic Ocean or wherever. Go to the tip of the earth or I don't know, but don't do it on our place. No, we're a small community island. No, there's only how much so far in the cinema? Maybe 50,000. Oh, it's enough. Way back, what the Spanish and all these invaders did, they came in and they killed our people, you know. And at one time in Guam, the population was over close to 200,000. But they came in and they started killing and they started ruling over us. So we need to end this. We need to end this. We're loving people. We're loving people. We're hard and sexy people. You're always welcome. But we need to stop this destruction on our planet. No more. Say no more. The end of it. That's it. And I love you, Cinema. And Brad, you're still looking hard and sexy. Every day I come in. You haven't changed.
Well, undankulo na si
Dad, I'm sorry. I've been very sick for these last 3 days. Yeah. My hard and sexy body just melted away under that blanket. But this morning, I removed the blanket and I, you ever seen that Iron Man, that light on the chest? And then, I just removed the blanket and I stand. Go, go, Power Rangers! Hey, man, you have a good day.
You too.
And I love you all. Yeah.
Hey, we love you, Piling. I hope you have a great day down there in Guam.
Okay. Adios.
Adios. All right. There he is. That's Piling Gizmo. He never fails. He never disappoints. Always finds a way to bring a smile to our faces. And that's maybe how we're going to end the show a little bit. With a little bit of Piling's music. I'm telling you, I want to say thanks to all you guys for tuning in today. It's really been, this is the treat that I get to do this for a job. Anyway, you guys, we'll see you tomorrow morning. We'll leave you with this one.
Downtown sings, it's the morning news. Then comes a voice smooth as silk, dripping charm like honey and milk. He's got the vibe, he's got the flow. Every day he steals the show. Feeling Gizmo, hotter than the radio. He's the man, the myth, the glow. Feeling sexy, feeling bold. Feeling Gizmo, hotter than the radio. He's the man, the myth, the glow. Feeling sexy, feeling bold. Feeling Gizmo. Feeling Gizmo. Says the sun bows when he walks by. Clouds part ways to watch him fly. He's got swagger like a heat wave burst. Even when it feels the thirst. He's not shy, he lets it show. Turn it up, let the feeling grow. Feeling Gizmo, hotter than the radio. He's the man, the myth, the glow. Feeling sexy, feeling bold. Feeling Gizmo, hotter than the radio. He's the man, the myth, the glow. Feeling sexy, feeling bold. Feeling Gizmo. Feeling Gizmo. Feeling Gizmo, hotter than the radio. He's the man, the myth, the glow. Feeling sexy, feeling bold. Feeling Gizmo, hotter than the radio. He's the man, the myth, the glow. Feeling sexy, feeling bold.
All right, Marianas. Have a great day today. Take care. We'll see you again tomorrow morning. Hi, good morning, Marianas.